What's up, guys? Super Game Pure, as I like to be called by my real name, which is Dean, bringing you guys what is potentially my last Call of Duty Black Ops gameplay commentary. We are playing on, I don't even know what this map is called, Trailer Park maybe? No, I don't know what this map's called. It's been a while since I played the map packs, but playing on this map with the Galil Silenced, Scavenger Pro, Sleight of Hand Pro, and Hacker Pro. And I thought, since this is my last commentary, well, not my last commentary, but my last Black Ops commentary, I wanted to do it on something, something that it's something that I wanted to discuss for a little bit, and that is how to replicate your favorite commentators' gameplay. How to play sort of like them. And this particular class loadout that I'm using here, Galil Silence, with all those perks that I told you, and then the Law as my secondary, is it's a class that Thunder Toro actually suggested and says that he uses a lot. It's a class that he frequently uses, and he's one of my favorite commentators. So, you know, I wanted to sort of discuss how to replicate or how to go about learning from your favorite commentators. And the first thing I would do is, you know, have realistic goals for yourself. For instance, we're not all Mark of J. Let's not kid ourselves here, okay? We're not Ronaldinho. We're not Fearcrads, we're not, you know, whatever else, whatever beast player you can think of. So, try and find a player that you can replicate, you know. And I think Thunder Toro, you know, and I don't mean to say this, Thunder, if you're watching this video for whatever reason. I'm not putting you down, man. You're amazing. But, you know, he's not the Mark of J or something like that. His style is something that you can replicate, and it's something simple that works and doesn't make you play like a bitch. So that would be my first thing, is have realistic goals for yourself. Don't try and be something you're not. And you know, yeah. So the other thing I would mention is try and use the class that they're using when you're trying to replicate their game style, because you don't want to be running around with an MP5K or whatever and trying to do what I'm doing here. And what I'm trying to do with this particular class loadout is sort of stay back, excuse me, not be overly aggressive, stay back and kind of pick people off as they come and then move in when I need to. And that's kind of how Thunder plays. You know, Thunder plays very intelligently. You know, he doesn't rush in for the quad spawn triple boom explosion, I don't know, those ridiculous feeds or whatever. He plays smart. He plays intelligently. He plays to, you know, he plays to have fun. But you can also tell that he plays to get good scores, and he does, because he knows his capabilities. He knows what he can do. And that would be, you know, my first step, is make sure the class loadout is similar, or at least, you know, it doesn't have to be exactly, like I said, so make it similar. You know, you could switch this out for an AUG Silence or whatever. But, you know, go with the perks they're running, go with, you know, something similar to their primary. And then, you know, from that point on, listen to what they're saying in the commentary. You know, if it's someone who just does random commentaries, you know, scene hanners, you know, it can be a little bit difficult because he doesn't specifically give out tips anymore. He used to back in the day. But, you know, if they're giving out tips, listen to them, you know. Generally, when someone's giving a video and they're going to be talking about tips in that video, it's going to be pertaining to that gameplay. In other words, what I mean by that is that gameplay is going to show something that they're talking about. So let's say they're talking about, I don't know, opening routes on Favela on Modern Warfare 2. Well, I would imagine that they're probably going to be playing Favela in that particular gameplay commentary. You know, that would be, I would think, but, you know, you could be wrong, or I could be wrong. But if that's the case, listen to what they're saying in their tips. Listen to what they have to talk about. And then secondly, what was I gonna say? Give me a second here. Forgetting my dialogue. Oh shit! I can't believe I completely just blanked out on what I was gonna say. But you know, that's something that's important, is listen to what they're saying. Ah, yes, I remember what I was gonna say. So if they're not giving out tips, a way you can learn from just watching. You know, be aware of what they're doing. Watch their opening routes on certain maps. You know, for instance, Woody's Gamertag does a little series on his channel called, what is it called? Breaking Down the Greats or something like that, where he takes, you know, really good gameplay from, you know, I don't want to say famous, but quote-unquote famous YouTubers, you know, and then he slows it down and dissects, you know, what they did here, what route they took, why they did this move, why did they stop here instead of rush in. He does things like that. And that's something you guys can do on your own. That's something you can learn from just watching someone's gameplay. Because, you know, you're intelligent. I'd imagine if you're on this channel, on my channel, you're a Call of Duty fan. So you're intelligent enough to know the game. And you can learn things from people just by watching. So, for instance, you know, with this particular loadout, cover is essential. And I mean, cover is essential in any Call of Duty game. But the way Thunder plays, cover is huge. You know, it's kind of like Woody's Gamertag mentions a lot, and I know this gameplay is more about Thunder than Woody, but Woody's Gamertag mentions often that you want to be in an uneven gunfight, and what I mean by that is you want to have the advantage. If it's a fair gunfight, you don't want to be a part of that, because there's a chance you can lose in fair. You don't want fair fights, and you don't want disadvantage fights. So make sure you follow your cover and do whatever it takes to win the gunfight. So, you know, this gameplay is winding down. Hopefully you learned something from this. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a like. If not, feel free to give it a dislike. Final score is 28-4. That's about it, guys. And thank you for listening. Bye.